Howdy folks.
Hi everybody.
This here is Java J, also known as Jason Hill, and he's 40 years old.
And this is James Blackburn. He's 42, and we call him Jammin' James. And that's because he's really good with the bass guitar in real life.
Yeah, I play a wicked air guitar as well, but I do play an actual real bass too.
Alright, well, that's a different competition.
Yeah. Well, how do we get along in relationship-wise? I would say we get along great. This guy, I would consider him one of my best friends in the entire world. We've been through a whole bunch of cool stuff together, and I think it just, especially when you're in the outdoors like we are, it just makes you get along that much better. You have to bond, or you're just going to go crazy when you're out here.
Absolutely. And we're alike in a lot of ways because, for one, we love the film industry. We're both actors. We love the outdoors. James goes out and does films on long hikes out in the wilderness. I'm on the Cibola Search and Rescue Team, so we do missions all over the state of New Mexico. And I also run a survival group where I teach survival skills to people. And so those passions are what make us alike.
Now, as far as what makes us different from one another, well, first of all, I'm a really big guy. I'm over 6'3", about 200 pounds, and Jason is not quite that size. He's a little bit more compact and and lean, I would say. Well, oh yeah, you tell him about the other thing then, because
well, yeah,
it was your idea.
Obviously, the hair. James looks like a mountain man. He has enough hair for both of us, which is why I tend to keep mine short. So, yeah, we're different in a lot of ways, but we get along great still. So, funny. I don't think we're funny at all. I'm pretty boring,
Yeah.
and
Speak for yourself, man. I'm freaking hilarious.
Right?
Sometimes. I mean, maybe not right now, but if we could edit this footage, I'd put a laugh track right here, and people would think I was awesome.
Well, we'll have you carry the humor part for the both of us. And unique. Well, the big thing that makes us unique is that we are in the film industry. We're actors. We met on set, Steven Spielberg movie about 8 years ago.
Yep.
And we spent 14 to 20 hours a day on set. We're exposed to all kinds of elements and weather conditions, and we've spent a lot of time getting to know each other. Recently, we were both on The Lone Ranger. James was a stand-in for Armie Hammer.
Yep,
and
was great.
I was part of the cast. I'm very fortunate, and so our passion for that film industry and for being outdoors is what really makes us unique.
Yep, and because we've worked at a variety of different locations and weather, I mean, we've been in blizzards and everything to over 100-degree temperatures and long hours outside. So pretty much you can throw any kind of condition at us, and we're going to tough it out and make it through. Nobody else in this competition probably stands a chance against us.
Well, yeah, and the other factor is that because of my military background, I'm a little more straightforward. If I have something that I want to accomplish, I kind of look at it like a mission, break down how I want to do it. And James is kind of really like a hippie.
Yeah.
In real life, that's not just his appearance.
Yeah, it definitely makes us different that he is military and I'm a hippie. But it doesn't conflict for some reason. For some reason, it sort of meshes.
Yeah, we get along great. So we thank you for taking the time to watch us, and we'll see you in the next bit.
Dude, I think you got a little booger there hanging out of your nose.
It's freaking cold out here.
Am I clean?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
All right.
Hi, Jason Hill here, and we're in my office. I work from home as a computer programmer. I have a beautiful fiance, we have 3 kids, and her mom lives with us as well. And some of my accomplishments: I'm a former New Mexico State Taekwondo champion. I've participated in 25-mile Bataan Memorial Death March. And there's some other interesting things, but I'm going to wait, and you can see them on the show.
I wanted to show you what I do for a living when I'm between movie jobs, and that's this right here. I work in the frozen section of the grocery store on the overnight shift. Big time excitement. Now, as far as at home is concerned, I have a beautiful woman at home, Karen. I love her very much, and 2 wonderful cats, and named Angel and Stretch.
Howdy again. This segment, we're going to talk about how competitive we are.
Yes.
We're winners. We're number 1, and Actually, we both have a competitive spirit. I don't like losing.
But we're not sore losers, though. We know how to take it if we end up on the other side.
Yeah.
But I prefer to win, though.
Sure, if someone's legitimately better and we've done our best, then I can be happy with that. But
Yeah.
I guarantee we're going to do our darndest to win this thing. It's really not a question.
We're very competitive in the aspect that there's no other feeling in the world like winning, and to win a competition like this would be just even cooler because this is exactly the kind of stuff we even do in our everyday lives.
That's right. And now our strategy, now get this, is not to have a strategy.
Yep. Pretty much.
It's kind of like we're going to go with the flow and see how things pan out. If it was meant to be, then you'll find out that we'll be the winners at the end of this thing, which is what's meant to be. So
yep. And while we're there, we're going to fall back on our experience and past training and stuff, and we'll use that, when the moment comes up and we need to strategize. There's a good word for you, right?
Yeah. That's going to be in Wikipedia now.
Yeah.
Our advantages for this show are definitely our survival background. I founded a survival group in New Mexico, and I teach people survival skills. And we both just love being outdoors,
Yep.
and we are actually outdoors most weekends. So it's part of our lifestyle, not just something that we do once in a while. And I definitely think that's going to be a huge advantage.
And as we said before, with some of our movie experience, we've spent a lot of time in the outdoors, really long days and a variety of different weather. So, we're definitely geared up for this and prepared physically and mentally to do this sort of journey.
Definitely. And we get along pretty well. There's a ton of advantages. It really, it's kind of a no-brainer at this point.
Well, and you get some guys in their 40s, and trust me, if you hire kids in their 20s, I'm sure they're going to have the stamina and stuff, but they're not going to have the experience or the overall never give up, never surrender attitude that we do, because we've had 40 years to perfect it.
You notice how whenever people are talking about their age and they're in their 40s, it's always experience.
yeah, exactly. We're not old, we're mature.
We're mature and experienced.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Cash. I would love some cash. I would take my fiance, who will be my wife at the time, on a honeymoon to Ireland because that's a dream of ours.
Yeah.
And if there's enough left over, we'll buy some land to start an animal rescue for farm animals, which is a goal of ours.
And for me personally, I would like to also take a little vacation, take my lady out to a tropical island somewhere, not someplace crazy or expensive, just enough to soak up some sand. And I've never actually done that before, and I'd like to go see that.
Soak up the sun, not the sand.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna soak up the sun and lay on the sand. If I was laying on the sun and soaking up the sand, that would be a little bit different. I'd get really sunburned.
All right, so we're gonna win this thing, and really that's all that needs to be known. So we'll see you in the next segment.
All right, here we go.